In Italy, there was a Roman ghost who watches modern tourists walk over his lost city. Every morning, just as the sun begins to warm the broken stones of Rome, the ghost awakens. He stands where his home once stood, now nothing more than uneven rock and dust, beneath the feet of strangers who arrive in waves. They wear bright clothes, carry small glowing rectangles, and speak in languages he has never learned. They walk where streets once stretched straight and proud. They laugh where prayers were whispered. He remembers when this city was alive. He had been a clerk, not a soldier or senator, but an ordinary man who loved Rome fiercely. He knew the rhythm of its days, the shouting of merchants, the echo of sandals on stone, the scent of bread and oil drifting through narrow streets. He knew where the shadows fell at noon, and how the marble glowed after rain. Then came the years of slow decay. Power shifted, fires burned, buildings crumbled, people left. And one quiet night he died, not in battle, not in glory, but alone in a city already forgetting itself. He stayed. Now, centuries later, tourists pause above him as guides gesture broadly. This was once the heart of the empire, they say. Was, the ghost thinks, always was. He watches them pose for photographs, smiling where courts once argued over justice. They step carefully over ropes and signs, unaware that beneath their feet are stories no plaque could ever hold. He wants to tell them that Rome was not ruins. It was noise, heat, impatience, ambition. It was alive. Sometimes a child stops and looks down at the stones for longer than expected. The ghost leans closer then, hopeful, but the child is always called away. He has tried to leave. He has wandered beyond the forum, past arches and temples, but the pull of the city always brings him back. This was where his life mattered, where his name was spoken. At night, when the crowds vanish, Rome grows quiet again. The ghost walks streets that no longer exist, tracing them from memory alone. He listens to echoes only he can hear. For a moment, the city almost returns. One evening, a young woman lingers after closing. She sits on a step and closes her eyes, resting her hand against the stone. "I don't know why," she murmurs softly, "but this place feels sad." The ghost freezes. He sits beside her, though she cannot see him. For the first time in centuries, someone feels what was lost, not just what remains. When she leaves, the city feels lighter. The ghost understands then. Rome no longer needs to be remembered as it was. It lives differently now, in footsteps, in wonder, in fleeting moments of connection between past and present. At dawn, the tourists return. The ghost stands once more beneath their feet, and though they do not see him, every step they take keeps his city alive, just enough for him to stay.